country's shifted significantly on the social issue of same-sex marriage, it seems, if you look at the polls. Solid majority now appear to be favoring it. What's your stance on this?
In 2006 in Wisconsin, there was an initiative on the ballot to change the Constitution to make marriage defined as one man and one woman. I voted for it. As governor, I fulfilled my oath as governor to support the Constitution of the United States and that of the state of Wisconsin. I got challenged in court. I along with our Attorney General, defended our Constitution. I defended it again in the federal court. And right now, the federal court's ordered that we have to enforce their actions, not the Constitution. And we're going to be watching closely what happens on other Supreme Court decisions. But I support the Constitution in the state of Wisconsin. I voted for it, and I continue to support it all the way through the process. I just haven't made that a focal point of my campaigns for governor, nor what I as a candidate if I was for president.
You're Catholic. You've talked out about family values, conservative values for many years. When it comes to gay marriage, you supported, back in 2008, effort, a constitutional amendment to define marriage. You have said that a man and a woman should be the definition of marriage. In a shifting demographic on this issue in particular, where you do not rate highly with gay rights groups, how do you think Republicans need to deal with that issue?
Three things, Brett. I continue to believe that marriage is between a man and a woman. I know many have changed their position. I'm not one of those politicians that sticks my finger in the wind and sees which way the wind's blowing. For me, this is a matter of faith and principle. You're right, I am Catholic. I take my church's teachings seriously. And so I do believe that marriage is between a man and a woman. Secondly, I don't believe in discrimination against anybody. And I think that tone matters certainly in these debates. I'm not for changing the definition of marriage, but I don't think anybody in America should face discrimination. But third, here's where I think this really is going to impact public policy even more going forward. I think in this country, one of the biggest challenges we face domestically in the social arena is the persecution against religious liberty rights. And you've saw the most high-profile case was the Hobby Lobby case, where the Green family was threatened with over $1 million a day in fines because they didn't want to use their own money to buy abortifacients for their employees. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. All across this country, all across our society, we're seeing a concerted effort to deprive people of their religious liberty rights. It especially hits evangelical Christians, but not only them. When you hear Secretary Clinton, when you hear President Obama talk about the freedom of religious expression, Brett, that's not religious liberty. For them, when they say that, when you listen carefully, it sounds pretty good. That's just an hour on Sunday, an hour on Wednesday. What our founding fathers understood religious liberty to be was really the fact that you should be able to live your life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, consistently with your sincerely held religious convictions. The United States of America did not create religious liberty. Religious liberty created the United States of America. It literally is the foundation of our constitutional rights. There's no freedom of speech, there's no freedom of association without our religious liberty rights. So I think that's how this is going to play out in the courts, in our legislators, and our policy debates.
But you have to concede that the gay marriage issue has evolved in recent years, and for supporters, it has almost become a civil rights issue, they say. So how do you deal with that in the grand scheme of things? Because you know it would come up again and again on a campaign.
Right. Look, you're absolutely right that the polls are shifting on this, and there may be a day when there may be a majority of voters across what groups you want to describe it that may disagree with me on this issue. For me, this is an issue of principle. This is an issue, again, that based on my faith, based on what I believe, I think marriage is between a man and a woman. I don't believe in discrimination. I think that the rhetoric we use is important. I don't think that it's helpful. I don't think it's right to use offensive language when talking about other people. I think we can agree to disagree with other folks and respect folks that may disagree with us. I think that's fine. I think our country is we're a pluralistic country where people have the right to have their views and ideas and beliefs and debate them. One of the great things about our country is not everybody has to agree with each other. This isn't one of those issues. I know a lot of politicians like to describe themselves as evolving. I read the same polls you do, and you're right. I see that the numbers are shifting, the trends are shifting, and I understand that. But for me, this is not something that I'm changing my views on. Again, for me, it's a matter of a belief, a principle. I don't think that means anybody should condone discrimination. I do think that we need to have room, and I think that it's important we respect those with different beliefs. And I would ask folks that may disagree with me, at least respect the religious liberty rights of those that you may disagree with. Even if you disagree with our religiously held views, at least allow that in America we should have the right to live by those views.